Hello everyone, this is King Vector and welcome to my final weekly ramble video of the week, or topic of the week rather, which in today's video I will be discussing with you officially literally everything new as of the Agents of Sabotage DLC, and with a few new patch notes of the past couple of days up until this point. Now in advance, I am going to warn you prior to watching this video, all of this is going to be me rereading over especially mostly Rockstar's patch notes that they have introduced to GTLN as of the Agents of Sabotage DLC, or of anything else in concern, but this is mostly to showcase to you everything new with this DLC. Anyways, beyond that though, all of my topics that I have generally discussed in the previous past already, as you see on your screen, will all be in the description below. You may also find my latest weekly news video where I discussed in general the past week's news topics of the past week of Rockstar related topics. You can find those in my latest weekly update news video, alongside my latest weekly update video for GTA Online, which is continuing up until December 18th. You can find a link of that in the description below. You may also find the link to my Twitch in the description for those who wants to leave a follow on my Twitch for when I do stream anytime sooner or later. And of course, there's going to be many links of sources that I have provided to you, that I'm going to provide to you in the description, that I'm going to showcase in my ramble video for today. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to be doing especially a lot of reading to showcase to you guys quite literally everything new as of the Agents of Sabotage DLC. So without further ado, let's get started with especially the two bonus topics that I've already covered in my previous two topics of course, this week. First of all, starting off with the fact that up until December 24th, PlayStation players can play GTA Online without requiring a PS Plus subscription. And in this link, you can learn more about how Modulate has partnered with Rockstar Games to bring proactive voice moderation to GTA Online, in which you will be provided a link that goes into this article with this title, which mainly describes how Modulate partnered with Rockstar Games to proactively flag problematic voice chat interactions to moderators to review and take action if needed. You may definitely find these bonus topics in links in the description below. And I'll even provide the link of my latest Everything We Know So Far video prior to the release of the Agents of Sabotage DLC that has already covered generally everything we have known prior to the Agents of Sabotage. From the first details Rockstar has showcased to us, you can find the link of that video in the description below as well. I hope I didn't take too long. Let me get started on the main deal right now, where Rockstar has officially released on their newswire of course, newswire discussing GTA Online Agents of Sabotage being officially available. So especially beyond this title, mind you, like I said again, this is going to be a lot of me reading, so I hope you guys can stand that, but I'm here to showcase to you basically everything. So starting off with what Rockstar has started off with, they have stated go underground with a disgruntled ex-operative and an excitable submariner to steal military secrets, uncover IAA corruption, retrieve stolen art, and bust a billion-dollar enterprise in GTA Online Agents of Sabotage. Own a piece of Los Santos history by taking over the Darno Bros garment factory and employ the latest clandestine technology alongside your criminal know-how to take on the FIB files. A series of new multi-part scores. Plus, clean up the streets in new vigilante dispatch work, and much more. The Darno Bros Garment Factory. Once upon a time, Darno Bros Garment Factory was home to the greatest heights Los Santos had ever known. Not really, it was actually the Vanilla Unicorn, but I digress. Now, this legendary HQ is prepped for a brand new shadow operation. Heck, the last time I ever played GTA 5 story mode was like many years ago, even before COVID, I think, and I still remember that the greatest heist of Los Santos was prepped in Vanilla Unicorn. Like, come on. Obviously, you know your game better than I do, Rockstar. Please, don't let me know better. Former FIB agent Jody Marshall, armed with a grudge against her former employers and backdoor access to their data network, is ready to hit every major authority in the state. Jodie's dragged helmsman Pavel out of the depths and is looking to combine her access and technical skills with his smuggling proficiency and your criminal acumen to execute a series of high-stakes, high-tech scores targeting the city's super-rich and a military-industrial complex. Answer Pavel's call, then visit the garment factory in East Los Santos or use the Maze Bank Foreclosures in-game website to get started. The garment factory also comes equipped with a marked weapon workshop, personal quarters, a passive income safe, 10 personal vehicle storage slots only, quite sad, and more. The garment factory basement garage also provides access to the city's underground pathways, allowing you to quickly travel to and from Burton Station, Del Perro Station, La Mesa Subway, LSIA Parking Station, and the Tatavium truck stop. These operator spots are only marked on your map if you get close, so dropping a point of interest on them could help you move around efficiently. Now I'm going to showcase this because obviously as of this week, Rockstar has featured especially these 4 FIB files that you can perform in GTA Online even today. They might be on weekly rotation. I will see as of this Thursday. If you wish to stay tuned, I make weekly updates on GTA Online every Thursday evening as well as the past week's news topics. You can find that information in those videos coming up Thursday evening. So I will see if these files will be on a weekly rotation and update you guys on that at that point. When the time comes, of course. The FIP files, once you've made introductions toward the factory space and have the Darnell Inc. app installed on your iFruit, you'll have access to the FIP files. Jodie requires your expertise to snatch up some valuables to sell to interested buyers around Los Santos. Master your hacking, infiltrating, and technical sabotage skills. Oh god, skills with GTA. No one likes to have a skill on the game. They like using mod mails. I digress. Master your hacking, infiltrating, and technical sabotage skills in 4 new multi-stage endeavors as you bring down an IAA protected aircraft, steal military tech from under Fort Zancudo, execute a stealth break-in to recover missing artwork, and penetrate Maze Bank's secret slush fund. Tip: owning the Darnell Inc. app will add a new icon to your iFruit home screen. If you're looking for a quick join or settings, flip to the second page of your apps by, of course, pressing the right arrow key. Enough. A select assignment will be designated a priority file with an increased GTA money payout that can only be completed once weekly. Prep for these scores and then complete the finale to earn GTA money and trinkets to adorn your desk inside the garment factory. Complete optional mission challenges that test your ability to perform under pressure for bonus money and new career progress rewards, which of course I've covered on one of my latest weekly rant, ramble, or discussion topic videos this week. So if you want to check that out, you can find that in the description below. New Terabyte upgrades. Thanks to a creative blend of espionage and blackmail, Jodie can add several new upgrades to the Benefactor Terabyte, which is also now storable inside the garment factory. Bureau Tech gives you exclusive mods that will introduce new features such as managing businesses, easily finding certain collectibles, and staying undetectable, including these 4 upgrades. Collectible Scanner. Activating the scanner when driving as the owner of the Terabyte will reveal the locations of nearby collectibles, including playing cards, action figures, peyote plants, signal jammers, movie props, media sticks, LD Organics products, shipwrecks, and G's caches. Master Control Terminal. Manage your business's stock and supplies, vehicle storage, and cargo from a new Master Control Terminal installed inside your Terabyte. Missile Lock-on Jammer. Prevent other players from locking onto this vehicle at any time, especially with Oppressor Mark IIs and Toreadors, or Sparrows maybe. And Silent Running. The Terabyte's blip will be removed from the radar and map for any players unaffiliated with the owner anytime it is stationary. Owning the garment factory unlocks these new upgrades for the Terabyte, so make sure you've got your own command truck available for more stock, cache, and carry for anyone yet to procure this menacing rolling tech fortress. New vehicles, including the Bravado Banshee GTS and more. There's a convoy of new vehicles arriving in Agents of Sabotage, including a new addition to Bravado's storied Banshee line, the Banshee GTS. The latest version of the beloved 2-door Roadster is free to claim for GTA Plus members, obviously, through January 8th. Also available at Southern San Andreas Super Autos is the Chavos V6, a new sedan addition to Dinka's reliable fleet. This lock-on jammer compatibility has been added to 50 popular vehicles, which of course 26 of them I believe have been reintroduced into in-game websites after being removed as from the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. including select law enforcement vehicles, the Pegasus Zentorno, and the select rides returning to Legendary Motorsports inventory, the NSRE7B, the NSS80RR, the Ocelot XA21. Apply the Zamani Tech at your agency vehicle workshop or in the Vinewood Club Garage's vehicle workshop if you are a GT Plus member. Several vehicles are returning to the available inventory at Legendary Motorsports and Southern San Andreas Super Autos, including the Benefactor Sterling GT. I have actually made a full list of all these 50 vehicles that are now Mr. Lock-on Jammer compatible on my latest weekly update video you can find in the description below. Rockstar also like to feature this scam of a vehicle because it has basically no customization options other than having a more expensive wide body by $1 million of its counterpart, the Jester RR wide body. The new custom vehicle. Those in the market for a new custom ride with stunning looks won't want to miss the new Dinka Jester RR wide body. Yeah, please do miss out. It's a scam. Pre-stocked by Dinka's sports modification team with custom mods, upgrades, wheels, and more. Now on sale in the luxury auto showroom and the Legendary Motorsport website. The Dinka Jester RR wide body is a reimagining of a classic reupholstered from the tires up. And it does not have a modifications. So yeah, have fun with spending an extra $1 million on the Jester RR for a fancy wide body and a livery you can't remove. Rockstar is even introducing new law enforcement vehicles. Run crime off the road with law enforcement versions of the brawny Canis Terminus Patrol and the muscular Vapid Karakara Pursuit. As with the other off-the-grid LSPD vehicles, you'll need to speak to Vincent to complete Slush Fund as part of the Cluckenbell Farm Raid as a leader to unlock these rides. Completing the new dispatch work missions will unlock their trade prices. And speaking of dispatch work, there is new dispatch work. Cleaning up the streets requires the right equipment. Vincent's got 2 new dispatch work missions only, quite unfortunate, he needs help with, including rescuing an undercover informant and repossessing a drug operation running out of the back of a food truck. In addition to curbing local crime, completing these missions will unlock trade price discounts for upcoming law enforcement vehicles. You might notice LSPD officers leading a new community outreach initiative, showing off their sparkling lowrider and supercar variants of patrol cars in at-risk neighborhoods as part of an effort to drum up recruitment. Successfully stealing and outmaneuvering the pursuing officers is a great way of trying out these new law enforcement vehicles before they're made available for purchase in the coming weeks. Of course, from what I'm aware, there is, I believe, 9 drip feed vehicles that I'm personally not going to cover on this video for obvious reasons. But if you would like to find out when these vehicles that have not yet been released will be released, I will do my best to update you guys on especially this topic on my weekly update videos that I will do my best to make every Thursday evening. So if you want to stay tuned for that reason, stay tuned for that. Off of my channel, of course, because I like to try to be as informative as I could with updates like this. Heist Challenge rewards. As a reward for successfully hitting the $20 trillion target in the Heist Challenge, anyone who completed an eligible heist finale between November 7th and December 4th will receive the Noose outfit. While the Police Predator boat is now free to claim for all players from Warstock through December 15th. Of course, if you haven't claimed it, as of now, unfortunately, it's December 16th. So, yeah. Too bad, I guess. We're not really missing out on anything. It's a boat. You can't really do anything with anyways. And of course, Rockstar has not mentioned anything on the Pacific Standard Varsity jacket in this newswire, but as far as I'm concerned, or if I remember correctly, people were able to claim it in the, I believe, last week of the extended period of the heist challenge for free if they have completed an eligible heist between those dates stated, and anyone else who did not complete the heist, well, you'll suffer. Only because Rockstar says so. And there's more to come. Look out for lots more, including festive gifts for the holiday season, the arrival of new stunt races with a Lunar New Year twist, new drift races, the new L. Strickler military rifle for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S players, additional Transform race tools coming to the Rockstar creator, and much more. As part of this update, we're implementing another round of experience improvements, including permanently boosting payouts for drift and drag races and automatically granting body armor when launching and relaunching missions. Players driving law enforcement vehicles can also now toggle through siren options by pressing E, repeatedly, and check out these and other update notes at Rockstar Support, or what I'm going to provide to you very shortly, and stay up to date with everything going on in GTA Online at the Newswire, or in my videos, because I'll do my best to update you guys on especially what Rockstar has mentioned in their update patch notes on their official patch notes in their Rockstar Support. And now this is when this video is going to become really fun for me, especially. Lots of reading. Where Rockstar has of course made an update on December 13th for GTA 5 title update 1.70 notes for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. Where it was created December 9th, updated December 13th. Where on December 13th on PC, they have made general patch where they fixed an issue that resulted in players being kicked from GTA Online after receiving a battle eye alert. I guess finally, since September we've been getting this, but thanks, I guess. But on to a serious note, there's a lot to go through. I'm talking 12 images of completely everything, as best as I could showcase to you. So let's start off with, of course, December 10th, for, of course, all these platforms. The Agents of Sabotage title update adds new free mode content, a new business for players to manage vehicles, and a range of experience improvements and creator additions, where they have stated on their patch notes the following information. Darnell Bros Garment Factory. Purchasing the Garment Factory from Maze Bank foreclosures opens up the FIB files, a series of new multi-stage scores where you'll master your hacking, infiltrating, and technical sabotage skills. You'll get access to Bureau Tech upgrades for the Terabyte and a number of other amenities. Garment Factory owners can complete new FIB files sourced via new contact Jody and launch from either a computer in the business or via the new Darnell Inc. phone app in free mode. Each week the priority file can be completed once for increased reward. Jody's connections also grant Garment Factory owners access to a suite of Bureau Tech upgrades for an owned terabyte, including of course these 4 upgrades I've previously mentioned in this video, so I'm not going to repeat myself on that. The Garment Factory grants 10 additional vehicle storage spaces in the basement. The Garment Factory basement grants underground access to various exit points spread around Los Santos that can also be used to enter the Garment Factory while in free mode. Garment Factory staff will gradually accumulate additional income, adding cash to the owner's safe. This property will come with new awards as well as career progress challenges on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles. Additional dispatch works. New dispatch work has been added to the existing pool that can be accessed while driving an owned law enforcement personal vehicle in free mode, and dispatch work of course cannot be accessed when part of an organization or motorcycle club. And of course there's like I said 2 new dispatch works which I've already made videos on earlier, one of them being called Health Code Violations, where you steal a taco van food truck and deliver it as evidence to Vincent's lockup. And of course, another one called Obstruction of Justice, where you rescue an undercover informant before he gets shot to death by his associates. Vehicle updates. 6 new vehicles have been added. Bravado Banshee GTS with House Special Works upgrades on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. The Dinka Jester RR Wide Body. Karen Shovels V6, the Canis Terminus Patrol and Vapid Caracara Pursuit law enforcement vehicles, and the Police Predator. The following vehicles are returning for general sale and can now be upgraded with the Amani Tech Missile Lock-on Jammer upgrade inside an owned agency workshop. Available via the Legendary Motorsports website, features the following vehicles. The Anis RE7B, the Gallivanter Baller LE, as well as the armored variant of the Baller LE, the Benefactor Sterling GT, the Pfister Comet SR, the Garotti Stinger GT, the Bugatti Infernus, the Enis Cognoscenti 55 and its armored variant, the Obey 9F and the Cabrio variant, the Anis Silvestra, the Ocelot XA21, the Anis S80RR, the Trofeo Z-Type, the Bugatti Zeruso, the Lampadati Tijan, the Coil Cyclone, the Visor Neo, and the Ocelot Locust. There's other vehicles available via the Southern San Andreas Super Auto website, including the Bugatti Body 801RR, the Maibatu Sanchez, as well as the livery variant, the Rune Shiburek, Zendika Double T, and the Bravado Buffalo S. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S exclusive weapon. GTA Plus members will gain early access to a new weapon, the L Strickler, which can be claimed from the gun van for free. The L Strickler will be made available for general purchase at a later date. Economy updates. Base money payout rates for both drag and drift races have been increased. Cosmetics. More than 100 pieces of female and male clothing have been added to clothing stores, and there's one new male and one new female hairstyle that has been added to barbershops. Experience improvements. Several changes have been made to GT Online as part of this update. Owned law enforcement vehicles can now activate emergency lighting independently from sirens. When launching certain missions like salvage yard robberies, Project Overthrow, or the first dose and last dose from Los Santos Drug Wars, players will be granted 1 unit of body armor to use based on highest quality unlocked. A range of updates have been made to the Passed Out VIP and Troublemaker events that can occur in owned nightclubs. Both events can now occur while in passive mode, however players will need to leave passive mode to interact with them. The spook threshold of the Passed Out VIP has been increased, allowing players to drive at higher speeds. Thankfully, because driving 70 miles an hour at max was pretty slow, unfortunately. It took you like 5 minutes to get to Sandy Shores from freaking Del Perro. If not even 7 minutes, I think. I think I drove too fast at some point. Anyways. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S players will now receive help text if they are any unclaimed career progress rewards. A new safety and alert space has been added in the pause online menu. Added new notifications that appear for remote players when a player is suspended from voice or text chat while in session. Dang. And players will now see help text alerting them how to turn off PC text chat when first sending or receiving a message. Now, I don't know if the following other updates are uniquely for GT Plus members, which would kind of suck because Rockstar. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to go through these updates regardless, where Rockstar would like to state GT Plus updates. The Vinewood Club app. GTA Plus members can now claim any destroyed vehicles for free via the in-game Vinewood Club phone app. The Vinewood Club Garage, where the GTA Plus members can now access the following options from inside the Vinewood Club Garage, including House Special Workshop upgrades, Benny's Original Motorworks Supermod upgrades, Drift Tuning upgrades, and Arena War headlights. Creator updates feature several updates have been added to the race creator as part of this update. Including Race Creator, the default catch-up setting for newly created races is now set to Advanced Medium. Creators of racers can now choose what the default catch-up setting of their race will be in lobbies, and the setting has been added to the Stunt Race Creator that allows players to choose weather settings in lobbies. Fixes. The Agents of Sabotage update brings a range of fixes to various issues. Game stability and performance. I guess now this is when it comes back to everyone across the entire player base, I think, from what I'm looking at this anyways. So the fixes includes game stability and performance, fixed multiple crashes and issues affecting stability that occurred in GTA 5, and matchmaking and networking, fixed multiple issues that affected network stability in GTA Online. Content fixes. There is a lot. They fixed an issue that resulted in PC players crashing with a corrupt game data error if voice chat was enabled. Okay. Fixed an issue that resulted in the Prison Break heist finale failing unexpectedly. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to claim the Ocelot Virtue after completing all first and last dose missions. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to complete the Source All Types of Special Items Career Progress Challenge for further adventures in Finance and Felony. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to complete the Cluckenbell Farm Raid Platinum Award. Fixed an issue that resulted in players not being awarded the Gooch outfit when expected. Fixed multiple issues affecting Assault on ATT-16. Fixed an issue that resulted in players not progressing through planning work elevator key during the Union Depository contract. Dang, I had to pause to reread all that. Fixed an issue that resulted in the health bar of the transporter not updating during the Super Dollar Deal contract. Yeah, that was annoying for me, actually. Fixed an issue that resulted in the playlist rank best first starting grid option not functioning as intended. Fixed an issue that resulted in the advanced catch-up setting not functioning as intended. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to fly an owned thruster into the hold of their Avenger while it hovers. Fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck while putting targets in handcuffs during bounty missions. Unfortunate. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to access the weapon wheel during Repo Sasquatch. Fixed an issue that resulted in players becoming out of sync during Last Dose 2 Unusual Suspects. Fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck during Last Dose 5 BDKD Preventing Progression. Fixed an issue that resulted in Drag Race leaderboards not updating as expected. Fixed an issue that resulted in Jeanette sending the same target image multiple times during bounty missions. Fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck during bounty missions. Fixed an issue that resulted in the convoy stopping unexpectedly during Most Wanted Thompson. Fixed an issue that resulted in the player teleporting unexpectedly during Most Wanted Thompson. I guess those issues had to be 2 and 1 because they didn't even dot that separately. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being shown securing the target underwater during Most Wanted Thompson. And fixed an issue that resulted in Brock Thompson spawning under the map and shooting players during Most Wanted Thompson. Fixed an issue that resulted in players briefly seeing under the map during Most Wanted Lieberman. Fixed an issue that resulted in players not being placed in vehicles when expected during Most Wanted Garcia. Fixed an issue that resulted in the wrong vehicle being used during Most Wanted Garcia. Fixed an issue that resulted in nightclub troublemakers appearing briefly after being kicked out. Fixed an issue that resulted in the treasure hunt introduction email not being sent to players while in free mode. Fixed an issue that resulted in the bugged-in problem setup rescue ULP failing unexpectedly. Fixed an issue that resulted in street dealers moving unexpectedly. Fixed an issue that resulted in sound effects looping while playing story mode parachute jumps. Fixed an issue that resulted in enemies not spawning and preventing progression during the Prison Break finale. Fixed an issue that resulted in the radar disappearing during the nightlife leak. Fixed an issue that resulted in muggers interrupting the nightclub DJ missions, preventing progression. Fixed an issue that resulted in objects not appearing during Liquidize Assets missions. Don't know why they didn't separate those either, that confused me for a brief moment. Fixed an issue that resulted in enemies not appearing on the radar during the KO Perko heist finale. That was annoying, I know that for sure, and somehow I still did these heists by myself. Fixed an issue that resulted in Pavel not sending the safe combination to players during the KO Pergo heist finale, preventing progression. Oh, that sucked. Fixed an issue that resulted in PMOS not entering the Avenger at the start of Project Overthrow, Unconventional Warfare, preventing progression. Fixed an issue that resulted in the Avenger flying away from players during Project Overthrow, Unconventional Warfare, preventing progression. Fixed an issue that resulted in the Avenger appearing in the wrong place during Project Overthrow, falling in. Fixed an issue that resulted in enemies respawning unexpectedly during Project Overthrow, falling in. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to intimidate the golfer during the contract on course. Fixed an issue that resulted in the Brickade spawning in the wrong place during First Dose 6 off the rails. Fixed an issue that resulted in players respawning constantly during First Dose 4, Uncontrolled Substance, preventing progression. Fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck under the facility during the Doomsday scenario, marked cash. Fixed an issue that resulted in no music playing during the High Society League. And fixed an issue that resulted in players spawning under the map during Assault on KO Perico. Fixed an issue that resulted in teams being given the incorrect match result during Arena War Carnage. Fixed an issue that resulted in the clans not entering the escape vehicle during Special Vehicle Work Escape Escort, preventing progression. Fixed an issue that resulted in the time of day being updated unexpectedly during MC deathmatches. Fixed an issue that resulted in enemies struggling to attack players in the Smuggler Steel Cargo mission. Quite interesting. Fixed an issue that resulted in the Drag Race leaderboard displaying incorrect money rewards when playing multiple rounds. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being wrongly considered AFK during drag races, denying them rewards. Oh, that is sad. Fixed an issue that resulted in Drift Race leaderboards appearing out of sync from multiple players. Oh god. Fixed an issue that resulted in random transform leaderboards containing information in the wrong columns. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to use the Axe of Fury arcade machine. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to access the online leaderboard for a job while in the lobby. Property fixes includes the following. Now that that's done, fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck inside the bail office holding cell. Damn, wow. How do you do that? Fixed an issue that resulted in players being able to drive personal vehicles inside the bail office. The fuck? Fixed an issue that resulted in Jeanette's phone screen copying the player's phone screen inside the bail office. Wow, she's stalking me. Fixed an issue that resulted in secure targets not appearing in the bail office holding cell. Fixed an issue that resulted in the bottom dollar bounties Step 2 Profit Platinum Award not unlocking. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to leave properties while on call. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being able to enter the bail office in a non-personal vehicle. Fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck when moving to the cab of the Terabyte inside of an owned nightclub. Well, that's sad. I'm glad they fixed that. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to access the personal interaction menu after entering another player's apartment. Sad. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to enter an owned hangar while in the Pegasus aircraft. Fixed an issue that resulted in some inputs losing functionality after entering an owned hangar with a Pegasus aircraft. Fixed an issue that... Wait, what? Some inputs losing functionality? That was a thing? Fuck. The hangar is really more broken than I thought. Even more broken than I've even discovered, that I still have yet to make a video on. They fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck when driving their acid lab into the freak shop. Fixed an issue that resulted in the motorcycle club introduction playing incorrectly. Dang. Vehicle fixes, let's go. Fixed an issue that resulted in multiple drift-tuned vehicles missing updated camera functionality. Fixed an issue that resulted in the emergency lights on the Bravado Greenwood Cruiser not functioning. Sad. Fixed an issue that resulted in players adding turbo tuning to the overflot BP Strello. No. Mr. Strello's rich and super PP can finally drift. Let's go. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being kicked from a session for being idle while modifying vehicles. Yeah, that was painful. Fixed an issue that resulted in the Ghosts Exposed Albany Brigham livery being removed from players' unlocks. I'm glad you can fix that, but can you fix removing Christmas horns as of the end of Christmas themed events? Like, I want to keep my Christmas horn on my Power Surge, but by the time Christmas is over, it's gone back to default. Fix that, Rockstar. But you're fixing Halloween shit and making them more permanent than Christmas stuff. Like, you don't care about holiday cheer, you just care about being a scary piece of shit. Thanks, Rockstar. Anyways, moving on. Fixed an issue that resulted in the camera moving erratically when aiming out of the side of various helicopters. Fixed an issue that resulted in the RM-10 Bombushka's armor upgrade levels being scaled incorrectly. Okay. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to claim destroyed vehicles from Morse Mutual Insurance. Oh, that was painful. I've had that for years. Thank you for fixing that. Fixed an issue that resulted in the drift tune upgrade price for the Ubermat Sentinel Classic widebody being incorrect. Fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck while modifying their vehicle inside the LS car mate. Fixed an issue that resulted in spoiler prices being changed unexpectedly while modifying a vehicle inside the LS car mate. Spoilers? Why are spoilers so broken for you, Rockstar? No wonder you don't add that many spoilers on cars anymore, and everything is just terrible. And they also fixed an issue that resulted in players not modifying their Avenger inside an owned facility. Okay. Miscellaneous fixes. They fixed an issue that resulted in highway paddles not bending as expected when being walked or driven over. Right, that was a big thing during the bottom dollar bounties update. They finally fixed that for Agents of Sabotage. All DLC long, they were just stiff freaking shits that either broke or did not move like freaking steel poles. Glad they finally flop around. Thank you for fixing that. Kind of mediocre, but anyways. Fixed an issue that resulted in players' crew ranks being incorrectly displayed as level 1. Okay. Fixed an issue that resulted in players' preferred default action choices not persisting. Fixed an issue that resulted in the battle rifle having a black outline around it on the weapon wheel. Fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to store the candy cane or snowball launcher weapons inside gun lockers. Fixed an issue that resulted in weapons that had been hidden via the gun locker appearing during missions. Oh, thank you for finally fixing that. It's like 50 times I tried remodifying my pistol .50 and it still keeps coming back to the original as it was years ago. Got annoying. Got annoying to always have to re-modify them to the way I want it. Terrible. They fixed an issue that resulted in custom gun locker loadouts being overridden when collecting drop weapons. Fixed an issue that resulted in the mechanic not delivering personal vehicles to the LS car mate. Wow. They fixed an issue that resulted in personal vehicles being delivered far away from the player when requested while on Elysian Island. Thank you for finally fixing that! It took you fucking 12 years. Now fix the issue of that in LSIA, please. They also fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck in the LS car meet test track after entering on foot. And they fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck dancing inside the music locker. Xbox specific fixes. They fixed an issue that resulted in some players being unable to connect to GTL on an Xbox Series X and S. They fixed an issue that resulted in players not receiving property invites from other players. They fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to accept an invite from other players. And they fixed an issue that resulted in players with insufficient permissions for online play who were not directed to the Xbox store when trying to access GTL Online. PC specific fixed numerous issues relating to stability and security. Thank you, Rockstar. That's a great description. I'm so disappointed. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S only updates. They fixed an issue that resulted in players being unable to navigate through the career progress menu, and they fixed an issue that resulted in the Tier 1 Original Heist challenge requiring a high-end or custom apartment not unlocking when expected. You know, the more I stare at the PC-specific updates, I feel like Rockstar just was told to copy-paste it in new patch notes to make it look like they care about PC, even though they did nothing for it. Generally. Except have us also have the new DLC update. Terrible. This is just so shortened to basically say we didn't do anything, but here's something to make it look like we did something. Thanks for nothing, Rockstar. And creator fixes. They fixed an issue that resulted in empty options appearing inside the survival creator. They also fixed an issue that resulted in numerous driver units not functioning as expected. Fixed an issue that resulted in incorrect instructions being given during the deathmatch creator tutorial. They fixed an issue that resulted in community series jobs being credited to Rockstar, created instead of the original creator. And they fixed an issue that resulted in players losing functionality when testing a mode in the creator. And finally, that's it we have for fixes, but the video still goes on for other things, so I'm literally showing you everything, like scraping everything to the last drip of water at this point. How is your voice still able to go into this point? Well, it's called warm-up. I love speaking. Anyways, I'm just going to show these brief updates and whatnot, showcasing too, of course, Test 2 showing the new property of the Darno Bros Garment Factory, which of course has 0 customization options. Just to let you know, it's going to cost $2,350,000. A new GTA 5 patch went live on PC an hour ago, and of course that was when we got these corrupt file errors that prevented us from ever joining GTA Online on Steam especially. So that should have been fixed. I even made a video on it on my first impressions of the Agents of Sabotage DLC. You can search for that if you must on my channel. There's even a small update that Rockstar added the missile lock-on jammers to 50 vehicles, which of course I've made an update on my weekly update video for GTA Online's weekly update. You can find the link of that in the description. But here's the full list of all the 50 vehicles that is now Imani Tech missile lock-on jammer eligible. Test 2 would like to share these upcoming police outfits. I believe that's coming up for everyone, or PS5 and Xbox Series X and S exclusive, I suppose. That's coming up in the near future, I guess. Test 2 also like to showcase payouts for the new files, and the priority file pays double and changes weekly from what we understand anyways. Of course, here's the new terabyte upgrades, where of course the collectible scanner is like nearly 1.3 million. And I believe the master control terminal is also like 1.3 million for especially people on PC. But the other silent running and missile lock-on jammer is like closer to $430,000. Just to let you know. Dang, whoever is playing that game is seriously more broke than I am. And I just barely play. Anyways, Tez2 would also like to share the update introduces 30 new garage slots, in which 10 of these slots is for the Darnell Bros Garment Factory garage. And for those who are curious enough, the other 20 new slots are for the Mackenzie Field Hangar, a purchasable property that's part of the drip feed. Of course, I will showcase this to you when the day comes that Rockstar decides to give us the Mackenzie Field Hangar property for purchase in the coming weeks or months to follow. So stay tuned for my weekly update videos every Thursday evening if you wish to know about this especially. Tez2 would also like to share Mackenzie Field Hangar is an office you'll use to launch the Oscar Guzman files, and again, missions and not a unique hangar. Upon purchase, you'll receive 20 additional slots within your existing hangars, which is great. Anyways, patch notes are live. Of course, I've just went over this in the majority of this video, so if you want to check over that again, feel free to do so, but I'm not going to do it here again. That's going to take forever. I'm just going to move on to the fact that Tez2 has shared especially this, showcasing to us the experience improvements and quality of life updates that they've made to GTA Online as of this DLC. And of course, Rockstar support would like to state on 9:57 AM, which was like 4 hours later than it actually was released, stating the Agents of Sabotage update is now available for Grand Theft Auto 5 on all of these platforms, PS5, 4, and Xbox Series XS and 1 and PC. Now in future updates, there was a background update on December 11th, of course showcasing these background updates, which is not official updates, but it was like background patches that we haven't noticed until Rockstar has performed these, let's say. So they did these 5 fixes as I'm seeing, where they fixed an issue where the damage reduction from Imani-Tech's armor plating upgrade was not properly applied to the Terminus Patrol. They also fixed issues relating to the terabyte being stored between the nightclub warehouse and the Darnell Bros Garment Factory. They fixed an issue that caused the player to be unable to move after taking the easy way out near Vincent's Corona at the Vespucci police station, which is of course still possible to easy way out, just takes much longer to get to that option in a pause menu. They fixed an issue that prevented associates from breaking into the Project Breakaway interior during the Project Breakaway file finale, and they fixed an issue where the player would become stuck on the office chair upon launching a source vehicle cargo mission. Well, that was painful. I'm glad they fixed that. Of course, I already went over December 13th patch notes for especially PC, but I guess that was the only patch note Rockstar has implemented in GTA 5, I guess, on December 13th, so have fun with that, I guess, PC players, just including myself. Tez2 would especially like to share that Rockstar teases new stunt races with a Lunar New Year twist, new drift races, the new L. Strickler military rifle for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S players, more Transform Race Creator tools, and more, definitely, which Rockstar would like to state is coming in the weeks to follow, I suppose. And finally, just as a final image, yeah, Lester is proud that someone has taken ownership of, I guess, the Darnell Bros Garment Factory, which you get this text after completing your first ever FIB file, I suppose. And Lester would definitely like to share that he is still going strong with Georgina after the Diamond Casino heist like 4 years ago. Well, interesting. That has so much impact on me. Anyways, now you all can be happy and finally realize I have come to a conclusion in this video for granted completely. So I know there was a lot of updates, but like I said, I wish to showcase to you quite literally everything. So I'm not going to waste your time any more than I probably already have up to this point. Hope you guys did find this video as informative as I tried my best to make it, showcasing basically everything that's new as of the Agents of Sabotage DLC. Hope you guys did find this informative, and if you did, you wish to stay tuned for more content like this or anything else I upload on my channel, the support's always appreciated. Do leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content by me. But as far as I'm concerned, that's all I have to showcase to you. Thank you for watching up until this point somehow, if you did manage to have any interest in this. And yeah, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, and relax your ears if you somehow managed to stay to this point in time. Alright, that's it. thank you for watching. Goodbye. Have a good day. Yeah, have a good day. And good luck with the FFA files. Alright, see you later.